This question asks us to find the number of possible solutions for the system of linear equations. These are linear equations, which means they're lines. The reason I know that is because the x and the y are to the first power. If they were the second power, they'd be quadratics, but they're not. Linear equations, two lines can have three different things happen. The two lines can intersect, which means they intersect once, which means one solution. The two lines can be parallel and never intersect, which would mean no solutions. And the two lines can be equivalent expressions or just right on top of each other, and that would mean infinite solutions because they have every point in common. So a solution to a system of equations are where those lines cross. So they can cross once, never, or always. So let's go ahead and solve this. In order to solve my system of equations, I like to use elimination, where I eliminate one of the variables, because I have x's and y's and I can't solve it unless I'm only x's or only y's. So I'm going to choose to eliminate either x or y. It doesn't matter which one you choose. I'm going to choose y in this case. So one thing you need to do when you're eliminating, using elimination, it's legal to add the two equations together. But if I just add these two equations together, y and my y's won't go away, neither will my x's. So I need to do a little bit of algebraic work here. If this is 2y, if I made the top negative 2y, the y's would go away. I can do that. It's totally legal. I'm going to multiply the entire top equation by negative 2. Absolutely legal move as long as you multiply everything by. I'm going to rewrite it. That would give me negative 4x. That would give me negative 2y. And that would give me negative 6. I just wrote an equivalent equation. Okay, my bottom equation is still the same. Now I can add them together to eliminate my y's. Except something interesting happens here. I have negative 4x and that makes 0. And I get negative 2y and that makes 0. And over here I get negative 6 and 8 and that makes 2. I get something that says this, 0 equals 2. Is that ever true? No, it's not. This is a false statement. And I want you to remember what false statements mean. Okay, let's go back to my pictures again here. When I had two lines that intersected once, okay, that was one solution, okay? When I had two lines that never intersected, this was no solutions. And what you get when you see a no solutions is you get a false statement. You get something like what we just got, 0 equals 2. Well, that's never true. If you get a solution, a false statement, then that means there are no solutions. It's never true, no solutions. What happens if you get a true statement? A true statement means you have that situation where the two lines are right on top of each other. A true statement might look like this. 5 equals 5. Well, 5 is always 5. This is a true statement. That means infinite solutions. And if you actually can get a specific point, something like this, which is probably the most common, like 2, negative 3, that's one solution. You found the one point where they cross. That's why you can solve and get an x and a y. If you get a false statement and you can't get an x and a y, it means no solutions. It means those lines are parallel. If you get a true statement, instead of just one solution, it means those lines are right on top of each other and there are infinite solutions.